About a year ago, I was at a day reporting center graduation in Calaveras County, and one of my deputy probation officers had a client who was there graduating, and his fiance actually came to me, not really knowing who I was other than I was in a tie and had given the opening speech. And she wanted to thank me for the work that my probation officer had done. And she talked about her fiance having been on probation many times before in our county, and what that looked like, and how he had never really made the changes, and how this time was different. And I asked her, well, tell me more. And she said, well, I really want to thank Jeanette, which was the probation officer, because she did something with him that no probation officer ever did before. And she started doing these things called case plans. And in these case plans, she was doing these little goals with him. It's just something I never would have imagined 15 years ago when SB 678 wasn't even a dream.
There was one time when early on implementation, my officer was working with a client. When they finished up with their session and the client was leaving, actually turned around and thanked the officer. And the officer really took that to heart, saying, well, that's the first time I've ever been thanked for working with a client.
As my caseload shrunk, which was a big part of 678, I got to spend more time with people, learning them and knowing their lives and what was happening with them. And in particular, I can remember a time where I had somebody who was continuously committing DUIs, and as I got to know the person more, I realized that she was struggling because she lost somebody significant in her life, and she was continuously drinking to forget that pain, and especially around birthdays and when the death was in the family. She's now successfully off probation, and we see her in the community, and I still talk to her, and she remembers this period in her life and how we spent time with her, calling her in and meeting with her around those significant events in her life, and she is thankful for that opportunity, and not being sent to prison, but being given a chance to rehabilitate and help ease her pain.
I met a client who had substance abuse issues, ended up being sent to prison. She lost her children. She was on probation for 4 years. During that time, SB 678 provided the services that she needed. It has been successful ever since. This particular client, even to this day, still calls me, comes by to say hi, and she's been clean and sober ever since. So really the impact of 678 on many of our clients has been a lasting success in the community.